Hawkeye, the Disney Plus series. It just keeps getting better. Episode 5, Ronin. Clint is forced to make a decision on what he's going to do about the Tracksuit Mafia and them possibly knowing who he is, definitely knowing his family. So he has to make a decision. He has to don the Ronin suit again and get ready for a fight, I guess. It was a good fight scene. They had one fight scene in here, but it was really, really good. Kate is told she has to retire, but she also runs into Elena, who they had a pretty funny scene together. Elena knows everything about her, but doesn't quite know who hired her to kill Clint. She wants to kill him. She doesn't know who hired her though, so it makes her suspicious. So she decides to check that out. And she's doing that, she's checking stuff out, and it turns out that she finds out who hired her, and what a twist, it's a surprise. But if you've been following the show, you probably know who did it. This episode wasn't as action-packed as some of the other ones, but it gave a lot of information. It told a lot of story, it gave a lot of information, gave you an idea of where they're going next. They introduced the big man. There's a spoiler here. And right here, spoilers start. So be advised, man. Kingpin is back. They show him, man, Kingpin's here. And that's the coolest. There's no talking part, there's no acting part, there's no action part. All there was a picture. The picture is shown to Hawkeye, and Kate says, "Who's this guy?" And he goes, "That's the Kingpin." And I knew it. I bet you knew it too. Knew Kingpin was coming. We knew he was coming, which opens the door for Daredevil, which opens the door for Luke Cage. Maybe it cracks the door a little bit for Jessica Jones, and I'm thinking there's probably going to be an Iron Fist. Unfortunately, that particular actor that played him previously is not going to play him in the future. That would be my guess. Who knows? I don't know. We're going to find out, though, eventually. But if I were to guess, I'd say no. He's not going to be in it. But it does open the door for the other Netflix characters, because Kingpin is being played by the same actor. And they kind of hinted that he was coming. I mean, you kind of know. So he's here. I mean, you saw the hand when he shook Kate's hand as his uncle. You saw the cuffs when he shook Kate's hand as the uncle. And in comics, Kingpin runs a man who runs a man who runs the Tracksuit Mafia. So they work for him indirectly. He's got a lot of buffers, man. He puts people in between him and crimes. But they work for him. And since they were there, you knew he was coming. They kept referencing the big man or the fat man, and those are comic book references for the Kingpin. So you knew that he was coming. I knew he was coming. I'm sure you knew too. I'm very excited about where it goes next. But they got a lot of stuff to tie up, man. Echo is supposed to have her new series coming up. I mean, they haven't really fleshed her out that much. Her abilities are not what they were in the comic book. She is nowhere near herself in the comic books. But they've got her. Kingpin's here now. So he'll probably make an appearance in the final episode. The next episode's the final episode. They got a lot to tie up. The people who have been helping Clint, each one of those guys that have been helping Clint from the LARPers, the live action role play guys, each one of them has a name that is connected to a group of Hawkeye-esque villains who throw things at people, and they're called the Death Throwers. And I think, I don't think they're going to appear. I think this is just a nod to the comic book. It would be like, if you saw a movie and the guy's name was Alfred Pennyworth, you'd say, oh man, wow, that's Batman's butler. But then he never admitted he was Batman's butler. Batman wasn't in it or nothing like that. You would just be like, I see what you did there. It's that kind of a thing. It's a nod. The names of those people are also the names of a crime group, a costume group of villains that fight Hawkeye, and they throw things. This will also all be pretty deadly accurate. Oddball and a few of the other ones. I can't remember all their names now. Nick Nack, I think. Anyway, that was interesting. That was a nod. So I don't know what they're going to do with them. If that was just that, or if they're actually going to do more with that. Maybe, because they're all tied in with him. He took one of them's bag. He took the girl's bag, and I don't think he's going to give that back. So maybe she's mad at him, and they decide to form a group and kill him. I don't know. But in the comic books, they are a group that tries to kill him. In the show, there are a bunch of people who just can't wait to help him. They got hero envy, and they're just all over him. So who knows? The dog beats the dog. What are they going to do with that? Is he going to be following Hawkeye around? Is he going to be following Kate around? Is he going to stay with the dude at the house? They got one episode to tie that up. Is he going to make it home for Christmas? He told his daughter he was going to be there. Man, is he going to make it? I don't know. I think so. Because this is Marvel's Die Hard. This is Marvel's movie that's a Christmas movie, but it's also an action flick. And not a Christmas movie, but a Christmas movie. So Hawkeye is a Marvel Christmas show. But it's not, but it is. So next year, people are going to be watching this for Christmas. This is going to be a thing, I'm sure. There's a few things, Kate's mom, who I've said before, I think is Madame Mask, some version of Madame Mask, perhaps Viper, but definitely a female crime boss, and I'm thinking Madame Mask, right? Might not be, probably is. His wife has got to be Mockingbird, It might not be, but I think it is. Pretty sure it is. It's got to be, right? Right? So there's a whole ton of things that they got to tie up, and they're going to do it all in one hour show? I don't think so. They should have been tying some of this stuff up in episode 3. So much stuff. Hawkeye, does he get rid of the Ronin outfit? Does he pass it to Echo? Because in the comics, Echo was the first Ronin. Does he give it to her? Does he not? He gave his name Hawkeye away. Maybe he'll give Ronin away. There's probably going to be a whole thing on that. Yelena, she really wants to kill Hawkeye right now. So they've got to have a point where she's bloodthirsty to kill him, changes her mind, probably joins him or leaves. They got to do that in the next episode. They got a lot to tie down in the next episode. It could be a 2-hour finale. I wouldn't be surprised. They got a lot to do. Or they're just going to forget everything and just show the one part where Hawkeye makes it home and they don't talk about anything else. That would be crazy. But I'm curious what they're going to do. But so far, I would give the Hawkeye Netflix, I would give the Hawkeye Disney Plus a solid 8. It's still an 8, man. An 8. I'd give it a solid 8. Because that's what I think about that. More importantly, what do you think about that? Now that you've seen the video, let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like this video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn Passport.